Alright, so hey guys, my name is Bryson, and for this video, we're gonna talk about exactly how to make the most money as a teenager. And to be honest, before I even turned 13, guys, at age 12, I had a part-time job and also a business that made me a little bit over $100 at age 12. I think my mom wasn't even making that much money at the time. But the point is this, guys. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys 3 ways to make the most money as a teenager, and also towards the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly what I did as a 12-year-old, and also what to do with your money once you're done making it. And now, guys, comment down below and let me know how much money do you want to make per week to actually make whatever job or business you start actually worth it for you, okay? Comment down below, let me know. And if you ask me, guys, when I was 12 years old, actually, I made some money, yes, but all my money went towards one thing, and that one thing is called Sony. I spent all my money on buying video games for my PlayStation, like Call of Duty, Naruto, a whole bunch of different games back then, to actually just play every single game that I actually wanted at the time. Now, for you guys, it might probably be like Fortnite and stuff like that, but for me, it was like Call of Duty back in the days. Now, before I even get started here, guys, I do want to say one thing here. If you live in New York or in America, most states require you to actually get something called working papers before you try to get a job. How do you get this? You go to your counselor at school and ask for these papers, and they'll give it to you. Now, once you get these papers, you have to understand 2 things here. You can only work at least 40 hours every single week and no more than 8 hours per day. So again, you can't do overtime, anything like that. So the point is, you can have a part-time job at age like 14, 13, up to like 16 with working papers. And then after that, you can do whatever you want, obviously. But the point is, to get started, get your working papers, and then 2, understand that you can only work up to 40 hours every single week and 8 hours every single day. Now, the first way to actually make money as a teenager is actually by working in the fast food industry. I'm talking about McDonald's, Starbucks, Taco Bell, all these little jobs right here. And on top of that, I'm going to include more right here. So these are all options right here. And also, link down below are more options to jobs you can actually do if you want to. But the fast food industry is pretty good, and they usually hire people at least 14 years old. Now, tell me, why would I get this job? The answer is you will get paid some money. Good cash, great cash if you ask me. And on top of that, when I was like actually like 15 years old, I never wanted to work at fast food places because I always thought like, hey, what if I'm working flipping burgers or like cashiering and my friends walk in and start laughing at me? But in reality, who cares if that person is laughing at you while they're playing Fortnite, being unemployed, and then mommy takes care of them? In reality, all that matters is that you have a job, you're working, making money, and doing whatever you want with your money and starting a business also. So don't worry about like, oh, what is Sarah gonna say about me? If she sees me, she won't like me anymore. The answer is no one cares, okay? You have a job, you have money, and you're gonna probably be better off than everyone else if you ask me, because at age 14, if you have a job and do it correctly, you will be very well off by the time you turn 18, okay? Now, guys, by the way, if you work minimum wage at McDonald's, here's the stats, right? And you get paid $15 an hour minimum wage, and you times it by 40 hours a week, well, that's around $600 every single week. Not that bad at all if you ask me. As a teenage boy or teenage girl at age 14, that is a ton of money, even for a lot of adults out here, okay? So it is huge. Now tell me, how exactly do I get these jobs? The answer is the first thing you want to do is make a resume. Tell me, where do I buy it? The answer is no, you don't buy it, okay? You know about the internet, so the thing you have to do is basically go on Google and type in resume templates and look them up, download them for free, always free, no trials or anything, just download for free, or do something called look and paste. So look at the templates. They might say like, hey, you have to pay to download it. Just look at it and then paste it over to your Word document, like by looking at it, just like copying it down like normally, like manually. Once you do that, just replace all the information with your information, and then boom, you're good to go. And don't worry about it if you don't have a lot of job experience. It doesn't matter, you're like 14, 15, 16. No one really cares. But the point is, get your resume, and then after that, do something called quality and also quantity. So go out there and apply for at least 5 to 10 jobs, and then follow back after a week if they don't call you back, okay? So apply for them online or physical and try to get the job. And if you know someone that works there, try to get that person to actually get you a job inside of the entire like fast food place. For example, if you go to McDonald's a lot and there's a person right there all the time, you always see like for example, Janet is always there. Hey Janet, by the way, I always see you here. Are there any job openings? You know, I'm 14 years old, I have my working papers, I'm trying to get a job, and I want to help out at home. And that's my entire point here. And she might say like, yeah, we do have a job. Let me talk to my manager. And the manager's gonna tell you like, hey, go apply, I'll review it, and you'll probably get hired. That's the point here. Connections with jobs are everything. So apply to a lot of them, but also follow back and try to meet people that already have a job, and that way you have a higher chance of actually getting hired. Again, $600 per week as a teenager is a lot of money even as an adult, okay? So no complaining here about a fast food flipping burgers. No one cares. Ignore everyone. And now for the second type of job, guys, you can actually work at an amusement park. Now I always wanted one of these jobs like a Six Flags. You work there, it's super fun, but eventually it will turn into a job. But the point is, even if it turns into a job, guys, it doesn't matter. Still do your job, still smile all the time, and still do everything correctly. And it is minimum wage, yes, but again, minimum wage in New York is $15 an hour, and that is still great money every single week, $600. So if you are in a state that has an amusement park, go to them and ask them if you guys are hiring over the summer or over whatever season it is in your entire like state, because in New York during the winter no one goes there, but during the summer a lot of people go there. Okay, so just try it out. By the way, guys, okay, when you have this job, the entire point is this, okay? You need to be around 15 years old or older, but some jobs might require you to be like less, so just like look for those also. The key is finding a job, and you might say, Tommy, but I don't want to work there. The answer is, sometimes as a teenager, you're probably not gonna have your dream career actually done because you don't have the experience yet, but just try it out, and if you don't like it, try something else out, then try something else out. The whole point is trying things out and trying to make money. This is not going to be forever. It's going to be for you to save money, and by the time you turn 18 years old or 16 or 17, you're going to have a ton of money, probably more money than your parents, because the average person, adult, has less than $1,000 in savings accounts, and you're gonna make that in less than 2 weeks, okay? And you're gonna save most of it, okay? So that is awesome. Oh, and by the way, guys, whenever you work in an amusement park, you also get cool perks, and on top of that, you also get discounts. So if you do work there at Six Flags, just email me or DM me some discount codes and also discount stuff, that way I can go there and get a discount. So there you go, you know, give you an idea. You guys gave me some discounts, pretty cool, you know? We shake hands, all right, cool, cool, cool. Now, let's go on to number 3, guys. Number 3 is what you probably came here for, okay? And that's for Intrapreneur Jobs. Tell me, what can I do to create my own job, my own sales network to actually make money as a 13-year-old, 14, 15, or 16? The answer is, guys, well, you can do something called selling candy or soda, or for example, a service in school, and that way you will get paid a lot more money. Now tell me, well, what do I do here? The answer is, well, have you ever seen anyone at school that sells candy? You see them like have like coolest Jordans and the coolest like clothes and stuff like that? Usually it's because they make a lot of money. Now tell me, how do they do this? The answer is they go to BJ's or any Whole Foods like Sam Clubs, they grab all the candy in bulk and then sell it individually for $1, and that's how they make the most money. Now, guys, you will need a plan to actually execute on this, okay? Now, the first thing is this: not every single school out there accepts you to actually sell candy or soda on the school platform or the school like area, whatever it is. So the point is, you might want to ask permission before you actually do it, and that way you know you are in the clear. And on top of that, if you actually just want to do homework for your friends, well, you can't do that because basically it's not allowed unless you do it, but no one kind of finds out about it, which I don't recommend. But the point is, you can actually offer a service. For example, hey, I will teach you guys exactly how to do everything by giving you guys tutoring on math, English, science, geometry, whatever it is, and then tutor them and make money from them. Now tell me, no one is gonna pay me money to tutor them because they don't have enough money, like we're all in school. The answer is they are not paying you. Their parents are. The parents have money, they spend money all the time. So basically, you talk to them, they talk to the parents, and the parent pays you money. Now tell me, how much do I charge? The answer is you can charge minimum wage if you want to, but then more and more money, because again, there are adults and adults have more money and you can charge them a lot more money. That's the entire point here. Now, tutors can make a lot of money depending on if it's math or science. Those are very popular topics to actually get tutoring in, and once you keep going up and up and up, start doing tutoring and SATs, okay? That makes a lot of money also. So there you go. Great tips here. Now, one more thing you can do as an entrepreneur at school is actually look at your friends and look at where most of their money goes and try to see like, hey, I see that Jimmy over here spends a lot of money on video games, and then Billy right here spends a lot of money on sneakers, and then Kyle right here spends a lot of money on food. What can I do to actually make the money and not have them spend it on somebody else? Well, you get the food for Billy, okay? And then you get the sneakers for Kim, whatever his name was. And then Kyle right here, I don't know who these people are anymore, okay? But the point is, you have to find exactly what your friends are spending money on and figure out a way to provide that service for them, and that way you make the money. For example, you want lemonade? I'll get you lemonade. You pay me, don't pay the school. That's the entire point here, okay? Now, Tommy, you promised me one thing here. You gave me the amusement parks, the fast food joints, and also the creative entrepreneurial jobs, but what exactly did you do at 12 years old to make a little bit over $100 every single day whenever you did decide to work? By the way, guys, most of my money went to video games. I don't recommend this. So stick around to the end of the video to find out exactly how I recommend you actually spend your money once you actually start making money. Now, the first thing is this, guys. When I was in school, I did a few illegal things that I shouldn't have done to actually make money. Now, the first thing I did was, well, this was legal, okay? The first legal thing I did was I distributed paper across the school to actually make money. It sounds like a big deal, but in reality, my friend made paper boats and paper planes. I grabbed those paper planes and went down to like the first grade and second grade to the kids and gave them those paper planes and actually sold it for $5 a pop. That's what we did, okay? And on top of that, I also went out there and I got a job, okay? I got a job at supermarkets, and this job paid me around $60 to $90 every single time I worked there just on tips, because I did have a cute round face and I was 12 years old and everyone wanted to tip me, and I took that tip and took it straight to the game store and bought some games every single day almost, okay? Embarrassing, yes, but I still made a lot of money. Now, whenever you work in a supermarket doing like bagging and stuff, you have to make sure you're smiling, be courteous, be nice, and that way people tip you, but don't really ask for tips. I never asked for a tip, to be honest. Like, people just tip me. And by the way, I also got paid money for working there. So again, it was not just tips. I also got paid money for working there. I never just did, oh, just tips, just work for tips. No, I work for money also. So pay my check and I will get paid also. Now, the next thing I did was kind of weird, but also very creative also. I actually had my mom cook me lunch every single day, right? To actually take to school. Now, what I did was, in the morning, I would ask her, hey, can you make me 2 burgers? Like, hey, I get really hungry. Well, in reality, I would grab those 2 burgers and flip them for $5.5 and basically make $10 right there, and then just grab $3 and spend it on some lunch at the school, and that was basically it. That's how I made money also. Now, the last way I made money was actually a very illegal way. Now, well, when I got my first computer, guys, at 12 or 11, back then, computers had like DVD drives on them. I took DVDs, blank ones I bought at a store, and I put them on my computer, and I put movies on them. That's not legal, by the way. Don't do it. Don't recommend it. I won't give any details here. But the point is, I took those movies and I sold them to my friends at lunchtime for $10 each. And this was less than the other guys that you actually had to buy movies from back in the days in the streets. And it was selling for 15, I sold it for 10, and that way I made a lot of money also. But the point is, guys, any way I can make money in school, I always try to experiment and also try to make money from it. The last way actually I made money, I forgot about this one by the way, is actually by trying to do a YouTube channel. I didn't make any money really, but I did start my YouTube channel at age 12 years old, and that's how now at age 22 years old, 10 years later actually, wow, 10 years later, I actually am making around, what is that, $15,000 from YouTube every single month. So that's a lot of money, like a lot of money. But the point is, the earlier you start, the better off you'll be. But guys, that is basically it for this video. But before I forget, here's what you do with your money. Practice this, okay? Practice SMS. Tell me, what is that? Well, you grab your money, you save it, then you multiply it, then you spend some of the money your money already made you. That is called SMS, and that stands for save, multiply, and then spend some of the money your money already made. And that's basically for this video, guys. Comment down below and let me know, are you going to try these or not? By the way, do not try the things I did back in those days, because they don't really work that often anymore. The entire like DVD thing, it won't work, okay? Just don't even try it. On top of that, and then you can land yourself in jail also, so don't do that at all. And on top of that, guys, as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, like this video, I really appreciate it. And also, turn that down, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me or type Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a full video with 11 different ways to actually make money as a teenager, watch this video right here. And on top, like in my face right here, now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.